Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Serious to Warlock here, and I just want to real quick go over the 5.4 PTR changes, the initial ones that just came out the other day. Just so you guys know, also, this is the night of 6/13. If you're watching the night that this came out, I'm probably streaming right now. I'll put a link down in the underbar, in the description of the video, and if you want to ask me a question or just come hang out, feel free to stop by. So that's all I'll say about that right now. So let's get to the changes really quick. There's all kinds of cool changes that you want to read the patch notes. I'll put a link to that down below too. Flexible raiding. If you have between 10 to 25 players, the raid will scale depending upon how many people you have in your group. That's pretty cool. I'm not a raider myself, but it sounds cool. Proving grounds. This sounds pretty fun. It's pretty much for solo people to go in and test their damage, tanking, or healing skills. And you can see that it gets, there's different difficulties, and there's an endless mode as well that lets you have enemies that just keep coming in waves and waves and waves, and they keep getting more difficult. It kind of reminds me of zombies from Call of Duty, if you ever played that. But my imagination is probably making this more cool than it actually is. So I'll just have to wait and see. I did download the PTR. I'm going to show you guys some PTR footage when I get to it. Virtual realms. This is also pretty cool. They're just combining realms, and if you see someone that's on a virtual realm that you've been combined with, they'll have a little pound sign next to their name. That's how you'll know that they're on the virtual side of your realm. It's really good for realms that are dying out and they want to just combine them all together. I'm for the change. I think it's really good. I'm not sure if they're only going to keep it with just dying realms, or if they have another motive that they're thinking of, like maybe one day just making a super World of Warcraft with all the realms combined. I don't know how it works with the auction house. Haven't looked it up yet, but still pretty cool nonetheless. As far as the Warlock changes, first one I wanted to point out was right here. This is the one that a lot of people missed, that the fears that are cast by players no longer increase the target's movement speed. I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but well, I'm pretty sure 99% of you guys are aware. I mean, Warlocks are a ranged class, and they want to, when fighting a melee class, they want to create a gap. You don't want to sit there and get beat on. Warlocks have all kinds of gap openers, like Fear being one of them. And then there's like Howl, Shadow Fury, Coil, Exhaustion, Conflag, because they're both slows. And then Teleport. Now, Fear causing your enemy to run at a quicker pace, for the most part, I don't think Fear, maybe it has random paths where it runs towards you, but for the most part, the person you're fearing isn't going to run at you. So it gets them further away because of the increased movement speed than it would if they weren't moving at a faster pace. So it's a nerf. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm not sure why they made the change. Maybe it was for PvE and it just has PvP backlash. I don't know, but I think it's kind of dumb. I wish they would leave that alone. As far as the other Warlock changes, let's go straight down here and I'll go through them really quick. Fell Armor no longer reduces all damage taken by 10%. I think it's pretty dumb. I think melee do enough damage as it is, and I liked having that 10% buffer. The only reason that I'm not bitching too hard is because if you scroll up and look at Shadow Priest, the Shadow form no longer reduces all damage taken by 15%. So they pretty much just got rid of the passive damage reduction across the board, I would hope. I'm not really positive on that one. But still, it's a nerf. Here's half of the big one. Howl of Terror is no longer a talent and is now baseline. And in its place, they gave us Demonic Breath, which is a cone of fire that goes in front of the Warlock, and its nearest target has a 20-second cooldown. I'm going to show it to you guys right here. It's exactly the old Shadow Flame that was before MOP hit, and they took it away in MOP. It is that spell. They just, I don't know, for whatever reason, there's already a Shadow Flame. They used that name on another ability, so now I guess they needed a new name, and they called it Demonic Breath. Which is fitting because, I mean, it's like a dragon that's puking on your target. So here it is. The only thing is it's not above the Warlock's head anymore. It's like coming from their chest. And it also doesn't move with the Warlock. It's stationary if you keep running through your target. And so see, you guys can see it right there. And the snare that it put on was a 50% snare, which is pretty cool. I missed the ability. I really liked it, especially for when you're like doing when you're in PvP and you're playing against someone that isn't that great. And I mean, a lot of times you run through people, you know, like juke them out, make them turn, make them move, make them work for the damage that they want to put out. So what I would always do is I would just run through their target and slow them and just keep running. Like if they're running at me and I'm running at them, and then you just hit them with the slow and just keep on going. And they're usually, if they're a keyboard turner, they're really screwed because they've got to turn around and they're slowed and they're done. So it's kind of cool. I'll zoom in and let's see if I can get a better shot of it so you guys can see it again. It's the same exact animation. It's just coming from the Warlock's chest instead of above their head like it used to. Here it is in the talent tree. We can see where they removed Howl Terror, and Howl Terror is just baseline. So I'm completely for this change. I think I missed the ability, and I'm gonna love having it back. As far as the other nerfs, and this is the one most people have been crying about the most. Level 90 talents, Killjading's Cunning. That's where you can move and cast at the same time. It's no longer a passive ability. It now has a duration of 15 seconds with a 1.5 minute cooldown, which is stupid. Very stupid. So here, I'll show you guys the animation for it really quick. And actually, I just signed on to PTR right before I did this, so let me hurry up and choose a profession. I mean a specialization. What do I want to pick? I guess I'll go with Destruction. There's a lot of cast time spells. Actually, my other one was Destruction. I could have just made this one Affliction. Oh well. Alright, so here we go. You can't do that while moving, blah blah blah. I then use the ability. And now there's no run penalty like there was before. Before you would take a movement speed penalty for moving while casting. So they took that away. But still, I mean, it's a pretty bad change. The main reason, Destruction, which is very popular right now, completely reliant on casting, and casting while moving just makes everything so much better. I don't even need to explain that one any further, but I mean it really hurts. And the same thing with Affliction. Two of the dots were instant. Unstable Affliction had a cast time, which I'm not even pissed off about, like the Unstable Affliction, like not being able to move and do that. The part that pisses me off is the channels. Malefic Grasp, Drain Life, all those. I mean, it's not... Affliction already sucks ass in PvP. But then to take away our ability to channel on the move, I mean, that burns too much. I mean, it's too harsh, and I don't know. It's really, really bad, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. It's pretty awful. Same thing with Manarol's Fury. I haven't looked at this one yet, but Manarol's Fury is now also No longer a passive ability, which really sucks for Battlegrounds playing Destruction. It's now a duration of 15 seconds with a 1.5 minute cooldown. So let's learn this one and check that one out and see if the animation looks any different here. And let's bring out, and I'll show you guys really fast, Rain of Fire. There we go. So here's Rain of Fire's. Zoom out. So here's Rain of Fire. Without Manos Fury. And there's the animation, and there's Manos Fury. There's Rain of Fire with Manos Fury. And back to normal. So again, really sucks. I mean, if two reasons why this pisses me off so bad. Reason number one, they already gave us instant fear in MOP, and then they took it away. Then they gave us these level 90 talents where you could run and cast at the same time. Pretty damn cool. Increased the area of our AoE. My opinion, pretty cool. I liked it. So they give us these abilities and at the beginning of MOP, and then slowly but surely decide that the abilities that they gave us at the beginning of the expansion are too good, and now they're going to take them back away. And it kind of sucks, you know, like someone to give you a new toy and be like, here's this awesome toy. And then a couple months later, or however long MOP's been out, say, oh, sorry, that toy I gave you is just too good. Give it back. I want it back now. Like, I don't know. It's dumb. The other reason that it pisses me off is because all of our level 90 talents are dog shit right now. To be honest, I mean, maybe I take one of these. Of course, I mean, right now I'm just kind of pissed off, so I don't know. But they just seem so awful to me that a part of me feels like that I'm just gonna take Archimonde's Vengeance for the 5% spell reflect and just take it and forget that I even have a level 90 talent. Just take the passive 5% spell reflect. It's also horrible, and just ignore that they even gave us level 90 talents. They're poor, ugly, useless level 90 talents, to be honest. That's the other reason that I'm upset. Let's see, what else did I want to talk about here? I think that's about it. Yep. Look at my notes. Yep, that's it. So don't forget, I mean, I'm probably streaming right this second. If you're watching this as soon as it goes out, I'll probably be on for just a few hours tonight. And feel free to come by and hang out. If you like this video, go ahead and thumbs it up. I really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you guys really soon. Take care.